Hello again, you curious little darlings. Activision kindly flew me out to Bungie Studio to capture some exclusive Curse of Osiris gameplay. The stunning vista you see here is the new Mercury patrol zone, and in this video we're gonna explore every goddamn sun-baked nook and cranny. As you'd expect from a brand new patrol zone, there's all sorts of mischief to pursue, so here's a cheeky little checklist of what's coming up in this here video. This new planetary material that's unique to Mercury and why you want to stock up on it. This Vex prison containing a high value Cabal prisoner. Don't worry, we'll bust him out and then kill him and steal his loot, obviously. These statuesque Vex goblins who seem to be guarding something, or they're just effing lazy. Fun ways to fling yourself around the map. There's nothing quite like a Vex jump pad to get you in the mood. A wee pinch of Interceptor action, because why the hell not? Crushing things to death is fun. A regional chest location for all you loot fans. A chance to see what lurks within a Mercury lost sector. Sarcastic spoiler alert, it's things to kill and loot. And of course, Destiny's biggest ever public event. The mechanics, the enemies, the boss, and the loot. And once we've ran through the normal public event, we're going to look at how you defeat the heroic version of this event, plus the unique dialogue this unlocks, and again, that sweet, precious loot. So yeah, that's a lot of Mercury mischief to fill your brain with, but fret not, being the friendly neighbourhood pupper console that I am, I've timestamped every one of these shenanigans in the description box below. So you can either watch it all, or pick and choose. Either way, have yourself a merry little Christmas. Enjoy. So then, first up, Mercury's brand new planetary material, simulation seeds, and these work just like all the other planetary materials. You turn them into Brother Vance inside the lighthouse in exchange for lighthouse engrams that contain Mercury themed gear. Next up, that Vex prison. It's time to bust out those high value Cabal targets. You know the score. Take out the nearby Minotaur guard, and then, well, take out the poor sods you've just freed. I know it's cruel, but that loot ain't gonna plunder itself. You'll find these Vex prisons while patrolling on Mercury. They're pretty easy to spot. Now, taking out the imprisoned Impact Centurion drops a chest that contains Glimmer and a Mercury token, and just like the simulation seeds, Mercury tokens can be handed into Brother Vance in exchange for lighthouse engrams. And as you can see, that's what a Mercury token looks like. Next up, what I thought at first glance to be Vex statues, but these are actual Vex goblins, just, you know, chilling on a plinth. I'm just glad I got to use the word plinth. Plinth. That's a great word, but a tad esoteric for casual conversation. Just in case you were curious, a plinth is a heavy base supporting a statue or vase, so yeah. You can also kill the Vex goblins, by the way, so you know, that's nice. Plinth. Next up, Vex jump pads for those of you who like to travel in style, or if you're just too lazy to walk. Either way, I like whooshing through the air like a laxative soaked turd through a colon. Yeah, I apologise for the rather unpleasant metaphor, but what do you expect? I peaked with plinth. It's all downhill from here. You name me one other conversation you've had in the past decade where you've used the word plinth. Scrap the last decade. In your entire life, have you ever used the word plinth? Exactly. If you take anything away from this video, let it be a newfound appreciation of the word plinth. But I digress. These Vex jump pads appear randomly while patrolling, so if you see them, take advantage. Not only is it an effective way to get around the map, it's also jolly good fun. Next up, Interceptors return, and this time you can drive them over the burning sands of Mercury. Now, I've got to say, these lumbering metal battering rams are my least favourite vehicle in Destiny, but it is pretty fun to crush Cabal soldiers against the wall. Now, you may have noticed that that rather unfortunate creature was guarding a public event activity. Well, after you capture one of these zones, the on-screen feed reads, enemy supplies claimed for the city. Now, as you can see, while I was capturing this second zone, there are two more zones in front of me that also need securing. Sadly, I didn't have enough time to capture them all, but you can expect a loot drop of some kind for your troubles. Next up, a location for a Mercury regional chest. It's pretty easy to find. As soon as you spawn in, simply turn around and follow this path, and hey presto, you will find a Mercury regional chest. So yeah, there you go. Next up, a Mercury lost sector location. Simply follow this path from the spawn point. So yeah, fight your way through Vex until you get to the subterranean mine boss, take him out and collect the loot, simple. Now if you are hoping for a more elaborate, sophisticated Lost Sector experience with this new expansion, well that's not what you're gonna get. This one plays out like all the other Lost Sectors in Destiny 2. Fight your way through mobs of minions before taking out a boss and opening the chest. Now this chest will grant you the Mercury Treasure Seeker emblem, which is basically a yellow and black Lost Sector symbol. Next up, Vex Crossroads, the largest public event Bungie has created for Destiny, and I'm gonna talk you through it. The normal version first and then the heroic version. So the first thing you need to do is slay the travelling Vex to draw out the gatekeepers. Basically, you gotta kill the Vex that walk through the gates. And once you clock up the required 100% Vex kills, you then need to grab the keys from the gatekeepers to shut down the warp gates, and this is pretty straightforward too. Simply kill the yellow bar enemy that spawns nearby, and that enemy will drop 2 orbs. These are the keys you need to slam dunk into these pads in order to disable the Vex warp gates. And once you've done this, you'll then need to hop onto this jump pad and whiz across to the opposite side of the map, where you'll need to do exactly the same thing. Now if numerous guardians are also helping with this public event, you can obviously get this done a lot faster. So again, grab the orb and slam dunk them into the corresponding pads until all 4 warp gates are disabled. Now once this is done, your next objective is to travel to the island to shut down yet another warp gate. Now to get to this island, you need to jump on this launch pad, so wait for it to activate and jump on it. So yeah, as you can see, this public event has you travelling the complete length of the Mercury patrol zone. And once you're on the island, you need to again grab a key from the gatekeeper and slam dunk it into the glowing pad. So yeah, take out the yellow bar enemy, grab the orb and dunk it. Now don't worry about the other Vex, they get obliterated when you dunk the orb. You then need to do exactly the same thing on the island that's at the opposite end of the map, so get your jumping boots on and I'll pick up the commentary when we land on the other island. So then here we are, again take out the yellow bar enemy and slam his orb into the dunk pad just like you did before. Once you've done this, you only have one final objective to complete, and that is to take out the final boss. Now as you can see here, I'm needlessly taking out all the Vex minions. You don't need to do that, you can simply grab the orb and slam dunk it and it will take all of them out automatically. So yeah, that's a little pro tip, just slam dunk the orb and that will take out all the surrounding enemies. And now all you need to do is to defeat the Gate Lord. So make your way to this jump pad and launch yourself into the middle of the map, because that is where the Gate Lord is waiting for you. Now this is the normal public event, so this is pretty straightforward. It's a pretty straightforward boss encounter. You simply shoot him until he's dead. It's a bit more complicated when you're doing the heroic version, but we're going to get onto that a little bit later. So like I said, tether him, super him, do what you need to do, but just take him out. Get his bullet sponge yellow meter down, and once he's down, that's it. You've completed the event and you can collect the sweet precious loot. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do the heroic version, and that changes the way you fight the boss at the end. So let's do that right now. Okay then, so let's pick things up from the last island of another public event. Now Bungie didn't want us to show you how to trigger the heroic public event, but it's cool to show you how the heroic public event changes your final objective, i.e. killing the final boss. So as you can see, the heroic event has been triggered. So then, as with the normal public event, you need to defeat the Vex Lord in the middle of the map, but it's not as simple as just shooting him this time. There's now some other gameplay mechanics involved, not particularly hard gameplay mechanics, but an additional obstacle nonetheless. So then this time, the Vex Gate Lord has a shield that makes him invulnerable. To take down his shield, you need to kill the nearby gatekeepers, grab their orb and slam dunk it into the glowing pad above the Vex Gate Lord, as you see here. Now like I said, it's not particularly tricky, but it does add another layer to this boss encounter. So you slam dunk the orb and the Vex Gate Lord is now vulnerable to your bullets, and as you can see, he has been taken out by your fire team. And you also get the Crossroads emblem for completing this on Heroic. So there you go, that's how you complete the Heroic version of this public event, and you get to get some loot too. So hooray for the sweet precious loot, hooray for public events, hooray in general. And just in case you were curious, here's the dialogue that you trigger from Brother Vance when you complete this public event on Heroic.
Your performance reminds me of a number of Osiris's minor exploits. Far better than the average Guardians. Perhaps I should write it down.
So there you go, my friends. I hope this video gave you some insight as to what awaits you on Mercury. You guys have been absolutely killing it recently with your support. These 10-minute videos do take a lot longer to make, but it's worth it when the feedback is so positive. So thank you so much. Your likes are very much appreciated and help this channel grow more than you could possibly imagine. Now guys, if you want to see a brand new DLC exotic grenade launcher that fires robotic spiders, I shit you not, click this image. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for daily Destiny content, and thank you so much for watching, and as always, until next time, Guardians.